had palm trees, and my wife made me chop them up into tiny little pieces and put them in the green bin over a long period of time, and then we ended up chopping the palm tree down. Some people are just frigging pigs. You have to go subsurface. I'm switching. Gotta switch. I'll be back in a second. Alright guys, I'm putting a new leader on my line right now. Main reason for the leader is to stop line wrap around the rod and around everything. I want to flick these rubbers off the snag, so I don't want them to do the loops. I'm running 10 pound. For this creek it can be a little bit light when the big ones are here. But I'm using the V-Hard Sunline. One of the main reasons, it's a quality line like most of them, but see how compact this is, and see the rubber band? Once I cut off, this doesn't just flop around in the bag and end up with line everywhere, which happens to a lot of the brands. Even though they're just as good a quality, it's the convenience of this is why I use it. Anyway, I'm going to tie the leader on and we'll give some subsurface a go. Like a baby Texas rig, little ball sinker, #1 heavy duty hook, and do one of these. Now I'm just going to break all the appendages off. Now not always is there fish in this stretch of creek, so that's what we got to work out. Are they here catchable, or do we have to leave here and find another stretch? Oh yeah, just gonna get that. Just gonna get it. But though hungry, hippo hungry, they'd be around these flows. But then there's the bass motels as well, so we'll get to them. Good water clarity. It's just very fast. They don't want to be in this current. They might have pushed through. This is the first one of these that I've had not swim properly. It is, but it rolls over a little bit. Just flicking at anything that looks like a bass could sit on. There's a lot of current here, so we'll go for we'll look for more of a hole, something that's got a big reverse in it. Right, this spot we're going to now is like a still skinny water, still fast, but it's a pinch point where there's a tail creek for refuge. So a couple of decent bass could be sitting back here relaxing, and with opportunity they'll come out and smash things. Yep, so we've got the current going through there and we've got that little pocket back there. They could be anywhere, but that's where we're hoping. Haven't even looked at getting the fish yet, so it's hard to evaluate what's going on. If the fish aren't here, they might be further up, could be further down. I've got to do a couple of switches, I think. Right to you, frog with a little ball sinker, surface, subsurface. No, don't like it. starting to think there was none here. So I put a little beetle spin on. But this is the first set of undercuts, well the second set of undercuts that I've come across. Put a little beetle spin on, and I bought this plastic from TEMU, just like a little frog tail grub. Stuck that on the back of it. Did the job. Now we know it works. It's good. So there is bass in here. And this is she oak. See, it's a big stand of tree roots. I've drawn him from along it. So that means there's to me that tells me there's a lot of nothing areas to fish now. And if I'm prepared to do the walk, certain stretches where they've got these stands like this, I should be able to catch a few fish. It's funny because you can hear that wind really blowing up. You think it'd make it a surface bite, but it's not, it's the opposite. It's pushing everything down. So one little bass, eh? Oh, that's what I say about the leader. The loop, if that was braid, I'd have to crawl out there and get that. Gonna run it through. They don't like the current, but we're gonna run it through just in case they're hiding under a log. But we sort of know where they hold now on the she oaks on the bank. Or one was anyway. So you never know, we could turn this in. Now we've got one. It's like, well, we know there's a fish here, so we know they're worth targeting. This is my spinner ever swims. We know we can target them, and who knows, we get a pattern through the next half an hour, I can take that pattern to other areas, other little stretches like this, and maybe end up with a half decent tally for the day. We'll just keep kicking along looking for these she oak stands. Anything with an edge. There's a couple of holes up here that I'll give a go to. How did a motorbike helmet get stuck in there? Huh. I fished the whole run. There's a hole up here I'm heading to now, but I'm doing it anyway just in case. Such a nice day. It's blowing its tits off out there, but I can't feel it. But one, oh, see, that was the most timid go at the tail. Or was it a snag? We'll see. Nope. That. Oh, he just had another go. Little tiny bugger. Just enough to get you interested, isn't it? He's under the log now, so. Ah, 3 goes. Now I know why there's not many fish biting. There's 2 bass fishermen up above me. So I'm going to go the other way. That's a bummer. That's what urban bass fishing's all about. I could go and talk to them, but no, I'll go the other way. I don't want to disturb their day. Yeah, they're there. So I worked up, I think I was following a couple of bass fishermen because it just looked too good. Not a big bass, but see how many goes it took to get him out. Anyway, that's not bad. I'm happy with that. That little TEMU lure, the rubber, it looks like it'll work on its own as well, so we'll give that a go later. So okay, so I've bumped into a couple of bass fishermen up there, so if they know what they're doing, they're working the holes. I'll come back, and I was just about to say the one thing about down here, so cicadas are still popping. So we'll keep working down this way for a bit. So that's 3 bass. I've landed 2 and caught and dropped 1, all small, but they are fish, they have scales, and that makes you feel good. Right, this is where I started. Slow it down, see if something's here. That last fish took a few casts. So, yep, oh, missed him. There you go. Don't you hate that when you've nutted a plan out, got in the same angle, started just peppering this edge. Must have, it was a very small bite. He didn't want another go. Gone from thinking there was no bass here to there could be quite a few bass here, because I've drawn 4, landed 2, all small, but they don't want to eat, so it's obviously a shutdown. So there must be much more fish than what I'm catching in here. And then on top of that, fishing pressure, there's definitely a couple of boys above us fishing. So that makes me think there's more fish here. And then structure, see all of this, like you can catch a bass here any time in this sort of stuff, but if they're not hunting, they're in what we call the motels, which is those tree roots. So we gotta go look for them. Oh, look at that for a puss pile. Too much current. Doesn't stop me from casting at it, but it's just too much current. I don't want to sit on that. Look at it. Ugh. Next time it rains, that'll lift up. Just push further down. Oh, this is what we want. See that inside bend with all the she oaks? Bit of depth. All those tree roots. I'll work my way into it. I'll cover. Like, that's an active fish lay down there, look. Bass just sitting on that or behind it, waiting to eat. So if they're not hungry, they're in there. Just checking the area first. They can turn on the drop of a hat too. Does day, night, whatever. Oh, bass, mate, they slice, they dice. They could just feel like it's time to gang up, take out whatever's in here. That's right over the top of that log. I'm just working it back. Now we'll go into this stand of trees. What I might do is take my bag off so I'm a bit more nimble. Make sure you're good, yeah. I'll try and get them off guard first, so I'll make more noise as it goes on. If I don't catch anything, I'll be loud, but at the start, if I can just sneak in here, not treading on a snake or anything, just trying to fish out where I'm going to put my feet, just in case. So I think definitely going to be up along there near those shadows. And the consistent technique has been to draw, so I'll try out a little bit wide first. A couple of little snags that are just going to get pain in the butt. Actually, I'll go real wide first. There you go. Get their attention. So what was that? Another one out there. Bad casts don't hurt with bass fishing. It's like when you do get that perfect cast at them, they'll take it. So it doesn't really matter how many times you don't hit the zone. They can hear everything and they're aware of it. Hoping that was a killer blow then, but it didn't. Like we've seen with past experience, all of these fish take several casts to get them. There's more shadow down there too, so I will cast one more across, and then I'll get around here and go down and hit the rest of those shadows. So if they were really active, there could be 20 bass along this bank. They'd be chasing each other out, and using this little tiny lure would likely get me the smaller of the bass. But the principle of this right now is if I aggravate him enough and give one of the bigger ones the shits by going past his face over and over, they might come out and hit it. Nearly hurt myself. I just gave up on that, right? I threw over into that shadow. Best bass of the day. Yeah, mate. A little short finny. This creek is such a hard creek for them to live in, yet they still seem to thrive. Now that's about a fish. Starting to get into the fun shape. So, paid to turn around and go the other way. He fully just hit it on the drop over there. Honestly, that's one of those. See that? That's from trying to swim through the weir, like there's all cracks. And then the tail, the saws. You know, I was at Red Bank Creek the other day. I'll let you go. Just after it rained, I went down there, which is normally awesome fishing, especially for this after a spring rain event, and not even a mosquito fish lives in it. It's the sewerage outlet is pumping stuff into that creek. Carp can't swim in it, it's live in it. Mosquito fish can't live in it. That's where I got him there. That's more of an active spot. Anyway, yeah. I'll show you pictures because if I look at the water here, this runs through, Red Bank Creek runs through all that farming land, and it's black and it's putrid, and there is not a single living animal in it. There's plenty of water doggies up on the bank, but no fish, no fish. And check it out, you'll see when I'm pointing the camera at it all, you'll just see how still and how black and how dead it is. Anyway, let's keep moving on with this, so we can get a couple of decent ones now. Often when bass start to get active, what they'll do is they'll get in a spot like that with that lay down there, where there's a barrier. Yeah, little one. Where there's a barrier between them and the What can I say? Love it when a plan comes to action. Oh, look at the one following it. There's one with it, little one. There you go. I thought this creek had no fish in it. There's two next to. If I had a travel or something, he might have to go. So anyway, what I was trying to explain with that fish is when they start to get active, what they do is they look for a log like that lay down there and see it's still current. They get in behind that log, and anything that swims up through there, they corral. And see how you could see it was like I got one good fish, this one, and another little one was there. Well, that shows me that they're working together as a team. They're all getting their fair share because they're all nice and fat. And when the fish are coming in, or whatever they're hunting is coming through, they're into them. And that's why you could see I cast across it, humped over it, slowed down, dropped it a bit, and I was on. And he brought a mate with him. So that school that I was trying to get there is here. So they've activated. Interesting. So we go over, hump over that again, drop it down here, and I'd say that surely they've got educated now. But I did trick a second one out of there. That's exactly where I got the first one. Hump it over that log, drop it down, and go. Alright, let's move on. Oh, I love hunting for these little fish. Sort of gets you down a bit when you first think, there's nothing here. And then you start to be a believer. And all of a sudden, magic happens. Don't know where, don't know when. You wait for that surface bite. I mean, they're on the surface now, but this is catching fish that don't want to be caught, so. I think they are getting more active though. That was definitely a school out. So now it might be just a matter of all the inside bends fishing everything. Because look at that, that looks like, if I was a bass I'd be there, wouldn't you? Yeah. But you pretty well don't even need to do that third cast. Like 2 casts is enough because they're only there to eat. You got this skinny run here, like what I'd call a carp run coming up. So maybe they're in the holes at the next inside bend. I see we come right through that stretch there. I didn't even bother fishing it, and then look at this, like a deep cut. So many spots that a bass can just sit and eat, wait, hunt. So we're going to put our bag down and we're going to work this whole area. That's where they're going to be, along here somewhere. Oh, there's one. Oh, I missed him. I missed him. Huh. Right, my objective here is to try and hit that bank and then drop it into the water. That is going to create more of a reaction. As long as it swims. Alright, that didn't work, so now I'm going to try and land it just a couple of inches into the water. So far I've only drawn one fish out of this hole. I sort of refuse to believe that that's all that's in here. It's one of these places that could hold some really big fish, which are just not interested in what I'm doing. I'm trying to think what I can do. Alright, TEMU, 5 for $10. Will it be a whop or will it be a flop? Let's check it out. Oh yeah. Yep, it's a whopper plopper. $2 whopper plopper. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'd rather throw a $2 whopper plopper into the sticks than what I'm doing right now. It's just trying to wake this hole up. Trying to think that there is a little bit more activity than what's going on. A couple more casts and then I'm going to take it off and put a lure on. I'll take it off now. Try another little TEMU lure out. A TEMU crab. It was also about $2.50, I think. $2 is still a lot of money, but I just don't. I'd rather lose a $2 lure than a $22 lure into a snag. I'm going to work this whole hole with it. And if you see me next shot with a fish on it, well then, actually it looks pretty good in the water. And then that's what we're going to keep using. Man, that crab just sent a big bass all the way to the surface. Mad on it. Mad on it. That was the biggest bass I've seen all day. I don't know why I turned the camera off. We're on a winner, boys. Wow. You should have seen the size of the bass. I thought I got a hit. It's a good time to switch. He wanted it bad. Whoa. And that was a big one too, so I was right. There's some big fish in here. Oh, is that on? I think it was in his mouth. I'm not going anywhere, we're going to catch these fish. There's something else I want to try in a minute, so. Here's a big one. Oh no! Aaron! Got it. I don't want to lose that already. I was just saying I don't care about a $2 lure, but I do now. Whew. Surely he's not going to be. But that. Oh, it sent him crazy. Oh no, Aaron, what are you doing? Got the fever. Oh. I wanted to conserve battery power, so I just went turned you off on that very same cast. Unfortunately you didn't see what I seen. This thing here, come up and eat it. Wow. Now this is what bass fishing's all about to me, guys. It's like, I didn't think there was a bass in here when I first started. I got here at, it's daylight savings, but it was after 10 o'clock. And I fished for a fair way. Have a look at him. Stay there, bud. Stay there. I fished for a fair way and didn't even look like I was going to get a fish. And I put across to a spinner and started getting results. I'll just lay you down there. Started getting results, and then I'll drop a little one here on the pattern that I've been working, which you'll watch on the video. So I'll come back here, I'll stop with the spinner, and I'll put this on. Turn the camera off, had one twice the size of this come up, smash it, and then fish, as you can see, a few more casts, and then turn the camera off, and on the same cast got this one. Awesome. Come on. Wow, what do you reckon, guys? It's just beautiful, isn't it? Nice silver bass. There was a bigger one in there, so happy days. And that, look, I've done I used a frog. I started with a frog, tried a few things, got them on the spinner, but that little crab, this is I'm always looking for things that don't work, things that work when the fish don't want to bite, and that's exactly what today is. Today, like, there's days there where the whopper plopper will be the best lure, but that was a classic example. Anyway, I'm gonna work this hole, see how many more I can get out of it. I'm gonna fish with that lure all the way back now. So that will be the end of my TEMU lure. It won't be, because I'm going to get it back. Just going to get my pliers out. Oh no, he's tying himself up. Don't do that. Oh. He'll cough that lure up, but dang, I was that lure cracked it. I was really going to explode on the fish tally with that lure. But I seen those eels and I had to have a go. And it was my fault too. I was just too brutal on him. If you're gonna catch eel, you got to be patient, wear them out. Hey, I bought two. I forgot. They want to try. I got these worms as well. I want to try them, but should I? Yes, no. I don't know if I can find a hook for it. I will. Oh yeah, let's try these. Now, where is it? A little double crawl thing, awesome. The crab, awesome. These things, awesome. I'm just trying out a new colour. These TEMU lures are so cheap, yet they're exactly what we're looking for in a type of lure. I'm going to bust all this open. And once again, these hooks are from TEMU as well. And what I do like with the fixed heads is I can skip these plastics into under well, docks, things like that if you're out there, but also under all this hard bank and overhanging trees. Where if I do the Texas rig, oh, get off there. If I do the Texas rig, the ball sinker pulls away from the plastic and doesn't want me to, it doesn't allow it to skip. Oops, start again. A bit of a bad one example. So I'm going to bounce right in there. And if there's anything there, it's just going to be an instant reaction. Oh, was that grab? So I'm just going to work this for a bit. It might have been a grab, you know, because there's a puff of dirt there. No. Anyway, I'm going to work this right through this whole area again where I've just been, and if I don't draw a fish, I'll probably go back to that, like the other crab I got there. It's funny, I got two. I remember I bought one and Wayne gave me one. It's the first time I've used them. And look at that going through the water. You can't tell me that's not going to get it. Oh, barbed wire. White wire. Oh, this is what I like. The pus. Something home in the pus. So what, I want to put another one of those crabs on just because they were so effective making a fish bite. But then the beetle spins found them and the crab drew bigger fish and a second bite. So Might be quicker to go back to it. Just had a half decent one just whacked me right at my feet there. I was fishing quick, but okay, he's drawn me a bass. Should I go straight to a crab? I don't know how he missed it. He actually shot over it. Alright, I shouldn't have thrown that other one at the eel, but I've got a second one, so why not give it another go? Oh, she's a bit snaky now. Oh, look at the carp there. Oh, I have him. Oh, there he's over there. Actually wouldn't mind targeting a carp. Oh, yep, I want bass. That'd be right. Geez, that's fighting for a little fish. Man, that TEMU lure, a $2 crab, could be one of the best bass lures on the planet. See, it's double hooked. I mean, I'm going to have to debarb this when I get home tonight because it's too deadly. When you catch them on the lips like that, it's easy to get them off. But I thought that carp was going to have a go at him. That little bass fought like a Highlander. I drew one before with the crawly, the creature bait, and it was just like, oh, this crab, they really want it. And I can use like a shoelace or an earplug to catch a bass when they're on the bite. But when they don't want to be caught, there is not many lures in the box that can match. You know, like actually get these fish out of areas where they just don't want to be caught. This appears to be one. I mean, they really want it. If a bass sees it, he's on it. Anyway, we're just going to keep working our way down. And I've caught an eel with it, but I've also missed like two. There goes a carp there. Look at him. So I reckon I will catch a carp with this as well. Where'd he go? Oh, there. I reckon he's looking for it. Anyway, we'll move on. Yeah, well, I'm quite impressed with these TEMU lures. It was a tough day at the office. It still drew out a lot of fish, so interesting to see what happens on a really good day. Thanks for watching. Hope you learned something. Oh, look at that. Wild billy goat. That's cool. There's 4 wild billy goat over there. There's a grey one. He's got the coolest set of horns. If I was a hunter, he'd be going on spit. Got no idea how far I've walked for that, but I think we landed 6 fish. And the last few were getting a bit better. I dropped one there on the end with one of those little creature baits. But that wasn't bad. And then the fact that all the lures I used today come to less than $10, and I still have them all except for one crab that, well, I had to go and throw it near an eel, didn't I? Oh, big blue dog. Yeah, I know, it's your turf. I'll leave you alone. Oh, I love blue dogs. My big old red dog's on steroids at the moment, on his last legs. But we love him and he's not in pain, so hope to get another season out of him. Listen guys, my last video, if you're wondering, I took it off because it was going viral for the wrong reasons, and it's hard to get into it now, but I just found it was easier to take it off. You know what I hate about fishing my creeks? This. What the fresh chicken wings.